let's talk a little bit. Now, if you don't want to hear the talk, just turn down the sound and, mute it and put on your music, whatever it is you'd like to hear, watching the roadway go by. That's all good too. But I want to talk about Trumpenstein and that idiot Cruz. I tell you what, I'll give that idiot Cruz a one-way ticket back to Cuba. He needs to go back to Cuba. Now he went to Greenland after Donnie Jr. went there and pulled his stunt. Next goes Cruz. And he's saying, yeah, well, the people of Greenland said Greenland's not for sale. And he said, everything's for sale. Oh, really? What an entitled idiot. You know, these guys with money think they can buy anyone, anything, but some things are not for sale. I know I'm not for sale. They could offer me $1 million, $10 million, and I tell them to go take a hike. Okay? Money is not the answer to everything. Okay? Now, those that are greedy and their whole self-worth runs on how much money they have, they'd be for sale easily. But somebody that's happy, as long as they've got a roof over their head, food in their stomach, the ability to do what you want when you want, basically. I don't have somebody over me telling me what I have to do. So I'm quite contented and happy. People that have a lot of money, what do? They get themselves in financial difficulties because they got to prove how much money they have. They've got to, buy the latest designer wear, biggest cars, biggest mansions. It's never enough. I'm happy with what I've got. I got a roof over my head. My car's paid off. I don't owe a thing on it. In another month or two, my credit cards will all be paid off. So I have no debt hanging over my head. I don't have anybody over my head telling me what I have to do, where I have to be, when I have to be. So I feel very, very blessed. And no amount of money would change it. Okay? Because I don't want a big mansion. I think the house, the sticks and bricks I have now is too large. I would have rather had a small, tiny house somewhere. And that's plenty can do is the adage, know yourself. Okay? Know who and what you are and what you're not. Okay? And when you know who and what you are and what you're not, you can be secure in that. And you don't need to find somebody else to buoy you up and tell you, you know, that you're wonderful, whatever it is, insecurity that you have. Okay? And you become your own best friend. You're never lonely. You can be alone, but doesn't mean you're lonely. And you're content. If you're feeling lack, ask yourself why. If I only had this, it would make me really happy. Okay? Now, I'm not talking about if you're homeless. I've been there, and that's miserable. Okay? To be homeless is miserable. But I'm talking about you can have very little and be quite happy and satisfied. Okay? You don't have to have the newest car with all the latest gadgets. This car is a 2012. It's an older car. Okay? I think my favorite car I ever had was a little Toyota Tercel. A little cheap Toyota Tercel. I love that car. I would probably still have it, except for the day I got it paid off. I parked and went into a restaurant to eat. I came out and my car was from one end of the street to the other. Somebody came and hit it, totaled it. Just got it paid off. Oh, mercy. But yeah, I love that car. If I could have found another one like I had, I would have gotten it in a heartbeat. Little Toyota Tercel. It was a stick shift. I took that little car and it was snowing and all these people were stuck on the side of the road, and that little car went right through it like nothing. That was the best little thing. It was copper color. I called it Penny. Yeah, loved that little car. So you don't need to have the biggest, the fanciest to be happy. That's a tough situation. That's a tough situation. And the thing I hate to see is people that get stuck in an abusive situation and are too afraid to leave. They wait too long until it gets so toxic, rather than seeing the writing on the wall and leaving it the minute it starts getting abusive and toxic. They wait it out and hope it's going to change, and those leopards don't change their spots, okay? They just don't. And they'll continue to tear you down and tear you down. I know about those situations, okay? I was in something and I saw it going that way, toxic. I left. Took my child and I left. Okay? I said not only no, but hell no. I'm not sticking around for this. And I never, asked for a thing going through a divorce. I just gathered my stuff and I left, and good luck. No amount of goods or money or anything is worth going through that drama. Okay? So I don't ever have that type of an investment in things that I can't walk away. Now that being said, I haven't been in a relationship for years and years, okay? Years and years. And like I said, I'm quite happy that way because I don't have somebody telling me when I can go, when I can't, what I have to do. I have the freedom in myself to go when I want to go, stay as long as I want to stay, etc. My life is my own. It doesn't belong to somebody else. Okay? Well, except for the fur babies. They kind of rule the roost. If you got fur puppies, fur kitties, whatever you have, they come pretty much first, and that's it. You got to take care of them. You have to, and so that does put some crimps in some of the things you can do and can't do. That's for sure. But the trade-off is worth it. Yeah, the trade-off is worth it. Now those two are back there taking a cat nap at the moment. They know the minute I get into a state park or something, they know they'll wake up and be ready, wanting out of the car to go do their walk, go chase, go look, go explore. They know immediately the minute I get into a park. Don't ask me how they know, but they know. They'll come up out of a deep sleep and be, ready to go. kid X. And then the kid's telling Trump, shut your mouth and you need to leave. You're not president. My daddy is. Really? This is the way you raise your kid? Yeah. Sins of the father visited on the son. Apparently that's the case in that one, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Little hellions. And everyone I've ever met that comes from a family of wealth, and I've met a number of them, they always think that everything is owed to them. Okay? Everything is owed to them. They shouldn't have to pay for anything. People should be so thrilled just to be around them. You know, and they're so entitled. And that's ugly. I'm sorry. These ones that are acting so entitled, it's ugly. Ugly to the bone. Okay? It's just ugly to the bone. And it seems like most of them, now I can't say everyone, maybe you have some that were raised in that type of a thing. And it's like, you know, if you were raised in a home that's abusive, or you're raised in a home that's, you know, where you have a really racist type of a scenario around there, you could go the opposite direction. Okay? So sometimes that takes place too. If you're raised and you see it and you go, oh no, that's not what I want for my life. That's absolutely not. So you can go the other direction. If you see how ugly it is and you don't buy into it, okay? Then again, it can be a learning situation and you just go, yeah, no, okay? So you have that scenario as well that can take place. But most of the ones that I've met that have come from wealth are very entitled. And like I said, that's just ugly to the bone. enjoyed your